FIS and Bank Director partnered together on the 2017 Risk Practices Survey to uncover what's top of mind for bank executives and boards and reveal effective risk oversight best practices. I'd like to share with you some key findings and takeaways for action so you can stay proactive. The survey identifies cybersecurity and compliance as the top 2 risks of concern for respondents, with 85% indicating cybersecurity and 61% compliance. While many cite cybersecurity as a top concern and indicate that the board is focusing more on cybersecurity, only 17% indicate that they review cybersecurity at every board meeting. 2/3 of respondents indicate that they have completed an assessment using the FFIEC's Cybersecurity Assessment Tool, or CAT, but just 54% indicate that the results have been independently reviewed and validated. And even fewer, only 37%, have established board-approved triggers for update and reporting. Regarding specific concerns about the threat of cyber attacks or data breaches, survey respondents indicate several areas where the bank is least prepared. 57% cite employee susceptibility to phishing or social engineering attacks or schemes. And more than 1/3 are concerned about detecting hijacking of privileged users' credentials and/or malicious insider activity or threats. Compliance only lags behind cybersecurity as a category about which respondents express the most concern. Bank executives and board members indicate that several implementing regulations under the Dodd-Frank Act should be scaled back due to significant pain points, including the Durbin Amendment, which reduced debit interchange fees, Home Mortgage Disclosure Act rules, and qualified mortgage rules. On the topic of employee compliance and ethical behavior, 60% indicate they are fully confident in the bank's internal controls to flag unethical behavior. However, 35% are not fully confident that unethical behavior would be flagged by existing internal controls. When asked how risk performance is incorporated into compensation programs to reward employees who stay within the bank's risk parameters, the majority incorporate risk performance into compensation for management. However, only 15% incorporate risk performance into compensation for all employees, and just 14% do so for retail sales staff. Almost 1/3 indicate that risk performance is not incorporated into compensation for any employees. Given these findings, I'd like to share some takeaways for action. On cybersecurity, first, review cybersecurity at every board meeting. It is the top concern and the number 1 risk, so please make it a mission-critical board priority. Second, be sure to use the FFIEC's CAT. Have your assessment independently reviewed and validate the results. The grace period is over, and examiners have started to scrutinize the cybersecurity assessment and board oversight. Third, establish board-approved triggers for updating the cybersecurity assessment and reporting to the board. The assessment should not be a paper tiger, but a dynamic cyber risk management tool. Fourth, provide ongoing employee training that simulates phishing and social engineering attacks. Don't let your bank staff be the weakest link in the chain. And implement controls to detect hijacking of privileged users' credentials and malicious insider activity. The secret to success in protecting your bank is to focus on detection and response. On compliance, while there may be some regulatory relief coming at the federal level, understand that the states will become more active so that consumer protections remain. So be proactive and perform a consumer risk assessment to identify unmitigated risks. This is different than a typical compliance risk assessment because it focuses on risks posed to the consumer. Beef up your internal controls to detect unethical employee behavior and avoid headline risk. Finally, incorporate risk performance into compensation for all employees, not just at the top. Risk management and compliance is everyone's job, and that should be recognized in the bank's compensation plans. I hope you implement these best practices that we have uncovered and take your risk management to the next level of performance.